Welcome to another episode of At Home with the Willises. I am Nicci Willis. And
I'm Jameen Willis.
Yes, you are. And today's episode is all about the Super Bowl aftermath. But before we talk about it, you're at home with the Willises. Okay, so before we get started, I want to remind you, and you know what? As a matter of fact, I had a conversation with one of our viewers. Love these viewers and all the things, but this is really important. This is a PSA. Okay. So one of our viewers who has now moved here to Las Vegas, they say, we watch you all the time. We love your show. We love all your podcasts, all the things, but they use someone else to help them relocate to Las Vegas. And I just asked, I'm like, what made you, use someone else other than the Willis team? And they said, oh, well, we thought you guys were too busy. We thought, you wouldn't want to be bothered with us. So let me tell y'all something. No. We are never too busy to serve you, and especially help you relocate to Las Vegas. Come a little closer. We are never, ever too busy. We have our team standing by, waiting to help you, to bring you value, all the things. So just know, guys, we are always here to serve. And it was a reminder to me, because I'm always here for the feedback. It was a reminder to me that we need to ask for people's business all the time. So we want your business. We want to earn your business. Obviously, we love doing this, but we are realtors. We're in the real estate industry. We're here to make money, and we want to earn your business and have you be our client. So we're going to start asking more for your business. I think that's a lesson for anybody.
Relocating or moving here.
Listen, people also don't know how connected we are. We can help you find a realtor in any, honestly, especially in the, I know somebody now in Hawaii. So we can help you find a realtor anywhere in the United States of America. There. And I'm working on global. Yeah. So we can help you guys find it. Anyway, so lesson learned for us, and especially if you are a small business, ask for people's business. Don't be afraid to ask for business. Okay, so that was a little tidbit we're starting off hot and heavy right now.
Right.
But also, don't forget to subscribe. So hit that button right there.
Numbers are climbing.
They are, guys. We're getting more subscribers. That feels nice. Because we've been asking for it, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we've been asking for it, and we have not.
And you shall receive.
Or have not, because you asked not.
Squeaky wheel gets the oil.
That's right.
Yeah.
Early bird gets the worm.
So you need
What's your name? You got something else?
You need to squeak out here.
Yeah, we squeaking.
Closed mouth does not get fed.
Oh,
you want to keep going?
That's good.
You want to keep going?
Oh, dog.
Let's get to
I ain't got nothing else. All right. So thank you guys for subscribing. And we cannot wait to help you in all your real estate needs. So definitely hit us up. You can go to thewillisteamlb.com, and we would love to help you. Okay. So Super Bowl aftermath. It has now taken place. It was fun.
Heartache.
Okay.
It was heartache.
Okay.
Heartache.
All right.
I'm all right. I think I'm all right today. I was just wondering, dang, bro, I'm kind of dragging. I ain't in the best mood. I was like, oh, my team lost.
Yeah, I know.
I had to remind myself, every 2 to 3 hours, why do I just feel like crap?
Just down in the dumps. I know. When you
other than that punch, I had a punch, but my team lost also.
Listen, the house party we went through, that punch was strong.
We had that team dance party and somebody spiked it and punched.
Listen, I was there.
The spring fling punch.
I had to start chasing it with water.
I ate first. I said, no,
it was jungle juice.
I'm about
that
to be
wasn't
44 this year.
Juice.
I eat first.
Yeah, it was strong. So we were also just kind of as we were watching the game. But let's talk about the game. Let's talk about the aftermath of the game. Let's talk about the economics. Let's talk about performances. Let's just talk about all of it.
First of all, Even though the 49ers lost, it was a great game.
It was.
I believe this is only the second time that the Super Bowl went to overtime, which is great for business, too. As I was thinking, it's great for business because it's more time to see more commercials.
Oh, yeah.
More ads and more viewers and things like that. And people, it's overtime, let me order another drink or things like that.
And those who, I don't know if people know this, but so the average commercial was, $7 million for 30 seconds. So they actually start to discount the ones that are played later on in the game because, you don't know if it's going to be a close game. You don't know if it's, if people are going to still be watching and all the things. So you actually get more of a discount. And those are not
People get sleepy on the East Coast.
Yeah, that too.
Because the game starts at 6:30 Eastern time.
So it was 9:30, almost 10 o'clock when it was over. But people got a good deal because if you paid like less than $7 million for your 30-second spot, you were doing pretty good because people were still watching. And then we kind of I could tell the difference in the commercials later on in the game. They weren't as like pizzazzy.
Okay.
I was a marketing major, so I
said that they started looking low budget after that.
I mean, I just said pizzazzy. I didn't say low budget, but they were. Maybe you get a discount. You don't know if it's going to be a blowout. So after
she said the clearance aisle commercials came on after halftime,
and it just started. I was like, well, this isn't as great as the first half. I was just, I noticed this stuff.
Now you got to think really hard. 30 seconds is like, that ain't even a reel or
listen, we work on 30-second pitches.
Yeah.
In my entrepreneurship class, how can you get your point across in 30 seconds? You got to get people to know, like, and trust you and say, oh, you know what? I can use this service or product. 30 seconds. So it's got to be a strong one.
I think it seems like they're more entertaining than funny now. It's not like back in the day I used to actually laugh at a few of them. Now it's like, okay, that was entertaining or that was nice, but it's not like.
I'm trying to turn my watch off. It keeps doing things. All right, now we're on Do Not Disturb.
All right, we're on Do Not Disturb. So the Super Bowl in Las Vegas was a hit from the pre-shows, the after parties, the parties.
It was
the
thicker than a Snicker here in Vegas.
The commercials. I sat in traffic. Oh my gosh. For 40 minutes in the same spot. Like, I didn't go
you got to tell people where you were going.
A mile. Well, I don't know if we want to talk about it yet.
Oh.
Well, we can talk about it since you already brought it up.
Yeah.
So we decided to go to the Super Bowl experience.
It was so cool.
Which was held at Mandalay Bay.
Yeah.
Really cool. It was similar to the NFL draft, but it was like times 3 or 5. Okay. So they had celebrity flag football games. They had obstacles that you can do. You could take a picture with the Lombardi Trophy. You could take a picture with the NFC, AFC trophies. Yeah. They had a whole locker room. Yeah. It was really nice. It was a nice really thing cool. to see and have and be part of the experience.
It was huge.
We went to a celebrity flag football. Well, we didn't know that the flag.
Yeah, we didn't even know it was happening.
They tried to kick us off because we was in the ADA ramp. So they tried to kick us off.
We didn't know where we were supposed to stand.
It was too many people. Like, it was so many people lined around there. They had one bleacher, and they saved the other bleacher for, like, celebrities, I guess.
Oh, is that what that was for?
Yeah, they could have filled up that whole other bleacher.
It was just, like, basically standing room only in this, like, high school-sized, bleacher set of bleachers.
Yeah, so they couldn't kick all of us out, so she just gave up. She was like, if my ADA guests come, y'all gonna have to move. And we was like,
yeah.
Okay.
So we were like, yeah. And if you don't know ADA, I mean, it's for people with disabilities. I didn't see a sign until the lady said something. So I'm not trying to get canceled. I was not trying to take, it's like when somebody parks in a handicapped spot and you're like, oh, you are not handicapped.
But you get the people and guess what? We had to move. This guy had him and his daughter or his wife. He coming with the little scooter or whatever. Oh. Then all of a sudden he stands up. Starts standing up. Then his wife sits in the scooter. And he just standing there the whole time for like 15 minutes. And I'm like, I moved for you. Then she gets up off the scooter and then he's like, oh, I'm ready to go. So then he gets back on the scooter and then they ride off, and
that
both
is
of
not
them
funny.
standing and walking around fine.
Are they supposed to walk around with a sign or something that says I'm disabled? What you want them to do?
But
No,
Jay,
but-
he just wants them to be committed.
No,
you
but-
better be committed.
Yeah, like if you gonna
be-
sell it. Stay on the scooter, bro. You stood up next to me for 15 minutes. Clearly, you all right.
This is so love so fast today. I don't even.
You know,
But I wasn't there for
I
this.
don't-
I
people-
left early.
people,
I was tired.
they
We
drain
did
the
4
battery
hours.
on these scooters. Even when we go to the grocery
Okay.
store, and then during
You better-
COVID, it was just
You better stay focused.
ridiculous.
I need you to stay focused. We're
People
talking
was-
about the Super Bowl
They
aftermath.
was riding around doing
Moving
donuts
on.
in a casino during COVID. Wasn't nothing wrong. People was just saying, "Yeah, I got to." They would just take because if nobody was in there, it was just regular people just getting the scooters.
So stop policing people on these scooters.
No, somebody really needs it now. The battery ran down.
I agree. I agree. Anyway, that was the one thing that we decided to do. It was the what they called it. They called it the NFL experience.
Yeah.
Because it included all of the teams. So it was really cool. They had giant helmets that you could take pictures of. We did see the Raiderettes. They were there. They had some cheerleaders from the Kansas City Chiefs. They were there.
They were coming.
And then they had celebrity, NFL players come and they were doing signings. Miss America was there.
Okay.
The current Miss America was there, so that was cool. She came and
Cam
spoke.
Newton, Michael Vick.
Yeah.
The football game had
Keith Lee was there.
Keith Lee, he played in the game. It was Metro Boomin. He was a captain versus 21 Savage.
Okay.
So
Now, I
all
wonder
the
what made them
internet people was
captains.
there. So they got the NFL people, but then they got the internet people. They had Funny Marco.
Yeah.
Drew
Jonathan said,
Speed.
"Hey, what do you call it? AJ Green or
I thought he
somebody?"
was talking about AJ Green. He used to play for the Bengals.
You know
It was a
what?
Different.
I didn't
somebody,
know.
A YouTuber.
Ooh, anyway, he just took off and running. Boom.
Shout out to AJ Green, a YouTuber.
Yeah.
who-
Hey.
Yeah.
What's up? Our son loves you.
Yeah, so it was pretty dope. I like the whole experience.
was cool.
So if like you cared about football, if you didn't
Sure.
care too much, or if you
I mean,
down there for
they
your
had
team.
the Lowe's experience, the Nickelodeon experience. Oh, one of my favorites, the HBCU experience.
Oh yeah.
That was really cool, where you could go to their station, and we went twice, just because we were waiting on you. You were in traffic, so we went
was in
before
that
you
traffic.
came, and they were doing caricatures, which I thought was really cool. And then they did you could pretend like you're choosing an HBCU to go to. So Jonathan picked JSU, so I have a picture of him.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So that was really cool. And then
And they made the money that day too.
what do you mean?
The NFL experience.
Oh yeah,
We paid like $20.
it was $50.
for
No,
some
it was $50
chips to get in.
to get in. Oh yeah, and the food. I mean, when you go to these not conferences, conferences, any type of event, the goal is to get you isolated, right? So then where can you find water, food, anything, right? You got to get it there. And I believe there was no re-entry. So once you left, you were gone for the day.
Oh really?
Yeah. And so like snacks for a bag of chips, y'all, it was $7.
8.
Really? Oh no, did you get something special?
As I paid $16 for a bag of like a Dorito version of
And then
what's
you
the
got
little things, John?
bubbly. I don't know why
Takis
you got that.
and a can water, not a can pop. So that was like $16
Yeah,
for a can drink and
the bottle
a bag
was
of chips.
$10. What usually, would be maybe $2.50. The 20-ounce bottle was $10. I looked at Jonathan. I was like, these better be the best hot fries we've ever had, and we better savor them. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, they were definitely making money hand over fist, and I guess that's what got me excited because I'm like, wow. I mean, you've got sponsors. Obviously, Toyota was a sponsor.
You was excited about paying $20?
No, but I get excited when I see currency.
Yeah.
Like when I see money moving, I get excited. I'm like, you got to think about load in. What it took to load all these people in. There was purple carpet.
Yeah, the carpet.
People don't think about this stuff, right? You have to think about the logistics of it all. There was purple carpet everywhere, and let's just guesstimate 1 million square feet of purple carpet. Then they have to load in, the trellises and all the things to create these spaces where they they do games and all that stuff. Then they have to load in the equipment for that. I mean, it's fascinating. The lighting, all the things.
And they had 2 pickleball courts, and I won in the pickleball.
You did not. I have video. You did not win.
We won.
Who?
Me and Jonathan won.
Against me?
Yeah.
No, sir.
She been losing all week.
No, sir.
First, I beat her in ice hockey at Dave and Buster's.
I let you win. Air hockey.
Then the pickleball.
We don't do ice hockey. Air hockey. I let you win. It's been years.
I got the footage. I can put it in I'll put it in the episode.
It's been years. So anyway, that's what this whole anytime it's you're talking about any kind of event or whatever. I love to see money moving.
Yeah.
But let's talk about another huge impact.
Okay.
Taylor Swift. We have to talk about it. Now, some of y'all might be tired of talking about it. But so we played a game as we were watching the Super Bowl. We all decided at our Super Bowl party that we would blow our football whistle every time we saw Taylor Swift. Mm-hmm. How many times do you think we blew our whistles?
I stopped counting at 8 because after the game was over, I was so mad I couldn't really focus that much.
All right. Yeah.
But I think we stopped at 8 or 9.
Jonathan and I kept counting. We saw her 15 times.
Yeah, like I said, after the game or after it went into overtime,
15 times.
I wasn't playing the Taylor Swift game no more.
You wasn't playing with anybody anymore. You were.
I counted.
You were not happy. You were not a happy camper. It's okay. That's your team. That's you had a dog in the fight. I did too. I felt bad, but we saw Taylor Swift 15 times. When what's his name? Travis and Taylor met up. It was at least a minute and a half. Just all them. They were just focused on them. And they said that there's the economic impact of the Swifties. So more people watch. This was more watched than the moon landing. Isn't that interesting? This Super Bowl.
So I got some facts right here.
Well, that was a fact. You didn't like my facts?
No, that's part of the fact. Okay. Can I expand on what you said?
Yeah.
Jeez.
That was a good fact, I felt like.
It was.
Okay.
Mm. So
all right.
The Super Bowl was the most watched U.S. program ever, averaging 123.4 million viewers. So at some point, 202.4 million people watched at least part of the game across all networks.
That's pretty good.
So it was the most watched thing ever. Mm-hmm. But, I think why you feel like we come a long way and things are so different, but it's still like the whole like Marilyn Monroe and Elvis and Marilyn Monroe is dating the President Kennedy and, America loves that little love story thing. So I think that's why it was so popular.
She's considered America's sweetheart. So, yeah. And like she just won a Grammy or and then he wins the Super Bowl and then like.
So you saying it was rigged?
Oh, you would love me to say that. You would love me to say that. By the way, for the past I don't know how many days, Coach Jameen over here been trying to figure out who we finna get rid of, who we finna trade.
Somebody gotta go. We gotta do.
Somebody gotta go.
We gotta get.
We're eating dinner and it's Shanahan. I'm like,
what do you do when you lose or when something happens?
You
go back, review the tape, figure out what you did wrong and what you could move around to do different.
But you did a whole lot of winning already to get to the Super Bowl, with this same group of people. With the same group.
I just feel like we need to grow. He's like, Coach Jameen said, somebody got to go. Somebody getting cut.
We're winners out here. The best team in the world. We got 5 Super Bowl rings, and it's been too long since we've won a Super Bowl. We've been to the Super Bowl
3 times.
2, but just in the 2020 on 2 times and no wins. It's just unacceptable when you're a championship team. I mean, something
you act like you on payroll yourself.
Something has to shake. No, I'm a concerned fan. Part of the faithful.
No matter. This what man, y'all.
I'd rather lose bad. I'd rather lose bad.
Y'all are like, we've made it all the way way to the Super Bowl, lose the Super Bowl, and you like, somebody got to get fired. Like, can we just
We're
rest
not rebuilding.
In the fact?
We're not rebuilding like we got a bad team and we got all these rookies that, they're developing and you got to wait for them to develop. No, it's go time. It's like, what do you need to plug and play
let me tell you something.
to win the Super Bowl?
Jameen was ready to pull that kicker off.
He got to
go down the street.
I don't care. I said on camera, probably. I know for sure.
Poor kid.
Moody got to go. We need a new kicker.
He was ready to pull that boy off. Super Bowl day.
If you miss an extra point, it's a chip shot.
Yeah.
Nobody's really trying to block it all like that. In the Super Bowl, unfortunately, that's like on top of what happened earlier in the year.
My thing is they were saying, other players were saying we didn't know the rules of the overtime.
That's coaching.
Now that
it was supposed to be new rules. Like there's something they like, never did it like this before.
Who didn't get the NFL memo?
Yeah,
that there were new rules. Somebody check your emails. That's what makes me upset because
that's coaching.
If I was a coach of another team, that would be a case study for me. How did they not know these rules?
Because a player is too busy out there playing to focus on the rule. And from the coin toss, they don't pick that. The coaches tell them heads or tails. Go out there and say heads or tails. If you receive it, you say, do we want the ball or do we want to defer? Mm-hmm. So according to the new rules, the best thing would have been to defer. Mm-hmm. So that's coaching.
Yeah.
So if you
now
look
he's getting
at that,
ready to. Jay's been the ex Shanahan.
I'm just saying.
All right.
I like Shanahan, but it's just like sometimes you just have to make a change.
Yeah. Let's talk about Kanye's commercial.
Okay.
So he paid $7 million for a 30-second spot that he shot on his iPhone.
Yeah, zero budget.
$0 budget. My thing is, I was so convicted by this because I have so many unpublished videos that I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is not right or this is not perfect. And come on, I know we all do it. I'm just putting myself out there, right? But it's, for him to have a $0 production budget, paid $7 million, it generated $19 million in sales in less than 24 hours. Mm-hmm. He made all the items on his site $20 as he promised. And it doesn't even count the listening party that he had.
Which I should have went to if I would have known that my team was going to lose. That would have at least made
Y'all don't understand the amount of stress I was under.
I mean, two of my favorites. I don't go crazy about many things. Day. Niners, yay. I don't really get crazy about too much.
It was the blue moon of all blue moons. The Niners making it to the Super Bowl in Las Vegas. And then Kanye West says, I'm going to do a pop-up event later that night. Who's coming? Oh, the amount of stress that I was under.
Yeah.
It was a lot. All I heard was, Gags, come see this. Look at this. Should I go? Should I not go? Should I go? Should I not go? Well, if they lose and then I don't go, then I'm going. And that's what ended up happening. And here you are, down in the dumps.
The address was the Frontier, which they demolished. So I was so confused when I was Googling. I'm like, is it at the Wynn?
He got Google Maps out trying to find the structure.
I
just out there in the desert?
No, they had made like a pop-up
put a pop-up tent up there.
Structure. Yeah.
And and then it was, for me, it was standing room only. Now I'm getting I don't know what y'all's cutoff age is for standing room only events, but I've strayed away from standing room only events probably since I was, definitely about 35, 36, I think. I can't do standing room only.
I'll stand up for a Kanye concert, but
we
stand up
and is
it cold? Is it outside? That's what my biggest concern. If I'm cold and standing up and I paid for it, and the tickets, by the way, were $350 for the floor standing.
Then you could pay $750 for the balcony standing. And then if you had just a little bit higher budget to the tune of $25,000.
Just a little bit of a jump.
Then you could sit at a table on the balcony.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
So.
All I know is I got my 3 pair of Yeezy pods for $20. So I'm going to wear one, sell
what's
one.
coming into this house.
Then I got an extra one.
Oh, boy.
Like I'm be like, you know what? You like some Yeezy pods.
So yeah,
So they're like earbuds?
No, they're shoes. They look like socks.
So they're socks.
They're shoes. They look like socks. I'll show you later. Don't worry about it.
This is what
You can get something right now for $20. I think that's dope because one of the major things everybody doesn't know, but I'm a huge Kanye West fan. And he talked about how we have like classism where you pay all this money for Balenciaga and all this stuff. And he was like, my goal is to make fashionable items and make it $20. So I don't know if this is the only time he's going to do it or if it may price may go back up. But the fact that he actually did it. So the day before, these shoes and these stuff they were $200. It was like buying Yeezys. It was $200 to go to $20. But for marketing, it's like, hey, I can sell 1,000 for $200, or I can sell 200,000 for $20. It was a great business move.
What I immediately think of is, you know how, well, you might not know, but Jen, you got hair. Whenever you see hair products, that line of hair products go on sale, you know what's about to happen. A whole new hair care line. Now they done figured out, okay, no more rice water. Now it's olive oil, and everything got olive oil in it. So all the rice water stuff they put at a super deep discount so they can get it off the shelves.
Nope. He been talking about this for a long time. Now I would get it
Sure.
if you just immediately saw.
I think he about to come out with a toe sock for $1,000. I think he's gonna come out with fingerless mittens.
It wasn't just the shoes; it was the clothes.
I think he's gonna come out
it
with
was shirts. It was pants. It was 2 or 3 shirts, pants, and the shoes were all $20. And he talked about this before, so he delivered on something that.
I think he's gonna come out with frameless glasses. So all you just buy.
He already did that too.
I think he's just gonna come out, and it's gonna be like $10,000.
Well, no, I think that on the marketing side of it, right now, because not a whole lot of people have his stuff, if you're wearing these socks that are supposed to be shoes, you look goofy out there. Yeah, but if 30 other people got them on, then you look less goofy. And, I think that that's the idea because it sounds to me, I'm like, okay, so house shoes, is that what we're talking about right now?
House shoes to me. Sounds like some slippers.
If you look at like the Balenciaga socks, like 3 other people already tried to copy and do the same thing.
But it was only one guy wearing them. So now,
that's right. It's thousands, people. Millions of people.
Yeah.
At least 1 million people wearing one item of his clothing. It's not bad. Anyway, I just feel like, I've seen it because here's the thing. You control the market if you control the narrative. So he can really say whatever. He can tell y'all whatever. Yeah, it could have been a misprint on the bottom of every shoe. And he's like, oh, we got to get these out. He's going to be worth nothing.
I just told you he talked about getting the stuff down to $20
I'm just saying.
like 2 to 3 years ago.
And
now it's a misprint.
I'm just saying.
We don't have to answer, Nikki. We don't have to answer.
The demand for his stuff
I'm
is so strong.
I'm gonna look that shoe sock up and down.
That Adidas couldn't even rebound. They had to go back and start selling his shoes, and they still sold. If you didn't have all those factors, I'd be like maybe, but no, the demand is so strong. His album, I didn't even put that on here, but his album is #1 in like 30 countries right now.
Yeah, you put it on your Instagram.
Yeah,
you did. So for you, it was the blue moon weekend. Everything happens once in a blue moon. Your Niners made the Super Bowl. Kanye West album dropped, and he was here to do a pop-up thing.
I made a lot of compromises for this.
What are you talking about?
We're going to talk about that too. The aftermath of the compromises that I made. I didn't go to the Ye concert.
That was all your choice.
I went to somebody else's house doing the Super. A lot of things went on. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't want to be by myself. Everybody knows that
when you're a
didn't
fan, the smallest thing means something. You see what I'm saying? It's like when you go see, you love Usher and things like that. Like if you had a bad seat, you like, nah, if I'm going to see Usher, I want a good seat.
Yeah. Do you feel like the 49ers would have won the Super Bowl had you been on the couch?
I do feel like it would have something to do with it. I changed outfits. The last game, I switched my outfit. I said, you know what? I don't have on enough Niners stuff. I just had on a regular black shirt. I wouldn't put on my Niners hoodie. Came back and won. I'm not saying that's what made the difference, but it made me feel better. Okay? I'm not saying that I make the difference, but it made me feel better, and we won. That's basically it.
Okay.
Switch kickers, switch outfits, locations. You do what you got to do. Winning is winning out
here. My question is, okay, so the Super Bowl is in the NOLA next year, New Orleans.
I don't care about that. The year after that, it's going to be in San Francisco.
Oh, really?
So I'm thinking,
well, okay. But do you think that the 49ers will come back and make it to the Super Bowl next year?
Okay. So if we're talking football, right?
I thought this was going to be a yes or no answer.
No, I'm going to give you a football answer, not like, just a fan. Okay. The only reason we didn't make it last year is because our quarterback, Brock Purdy, got injured. So we basically have the same team. So we would have made it last year if our quarterback wouldn't have gotten injured. We probably still would have made it if we would have had a quarterback. Like 3 people got hurt that game, and Christian McCaffrey, the running back, basically had to go out there and be the quarterback.
Yeah, that was.
So it's already projected that we will make the Super Bowl, and it's very hard to, if you make it again, the probability of losing, because coaching, now they know. If it goes in overtime, now we know what to do now.
Unless they change those rules again.
So unless a lot of people
and somebody don't check
quit,
the memo.
Brock Purdy is about to get a stupid contract because he had a rookie contract. He got paid less all year than Patrick Mahomes got paid in one game.
Good Lord, have mercy.
This year.
Lord, have mercy.
Retaining our quarterback, our Christian McCaffrey was the offensive player of the year, our running back. So he's not. Nobody on our team is like Tom Brady age, washed up. Now, I'm sorry, but Shanahan, he may get the chopping block. He's a great coach, but he may get on the chopping block, and if the next coach doesn't gel with the team or something like that, that's the only way that I don't see us making it. Yeah.
Hey, Brock Purdy's rookie contract pays him $3.7 million over 4 years. He's not even getting paid $1 million a year.
Yeah, he's getting paid like $800,000 per year, and Patrick Mahomes gets paid like $800,000 per game.
Goodness gracious! Listen. If I was Brock Purdy, I would walk in that office.
Oh, he can ask whatever.
Yesterday's price.
Yeah,
it's not today's price.
And he can say, "Y'all lost me the Super Bowl."
Oh, I be throwing everybody on their bus. Boom, kicker.
Yeah, so
boom,
he may
coach.
get like his contract is going to be north of $200 million. So
good for him.
I think Patrick Mahomes, Burrow, and Lamar Jackson, they got like 275. So like $250,000. I mean $250,000,000, not $250,000,000. $250,000,000.
Billion. Wow. He's definitely going to get, an enormous contract.
So we don't have super old players, so that's why I feel like, oh shoot, man, all these players, they about to retire. Because when we lost, that game against Baltimore Ravens in 2014, when it was against Harbaugh, the coaches, we had like Hall of Famers. It was like, man, I don't think I'm gonna come back. And it was like win or I'm gonna retire type stuff.
Yeah,
we're not a win or retire. A lot of our players aren't like even in their mid-30s, so it's a very good chance. I mean, you never know. I mean, it's football. Any given Sunday.
You're saying y'all better pick a kicker y'all's first round pick.
Absolutely. Our first round draft should be a kicker.
Wow. Just go straight to FIFA and be like, let me holler at one of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, we hope to see the 49ers in the Super Bowl next year. It was a nail biter of a game. It was crazy. I really wish they would have won just because I just wanted to see you happy.
In hindsight, I wish they wouldn't even made the Super Bowl.
Okay. Do you hear what I just said? I just want to see you happy.
No, I'm going to tell you
Oh,
what.
my goodness.
I'm going to tell you what.
What?
I would rather them not even make it to the Super Bowl so I could have enjoyed a lot more of the festivities of the Super Bowl being here.
Oh, yeah. Because boy,
than
oh,
the
boy.
stress of your team being in the Super
You were sitting
Bowl.
in front of that TV.
I didn't even see the commercials. I saw like 2 commercials. I wasn't even.
You were sitting 1 foot from the TV in your own chair.
I wasn't in my own. Everybody was in their own chair. Well, no, so it was a couch too.
You had scooted the chair up and just sat in front of everybody. And I was like, I'm sorry, guys. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. This is my husband's team. I had to make a lot of excuses. But everybody knew because I had briefed everyone.
It's 2 kinds of people. It's people that's, just there for the Super Bowl. And if your team's in the Super Bowl, it's a totally different vibe. If it's not, you get,
I'll tell you who I was there for, though.
Your wings. Oh, here we go.
Oh, I was there for Usher. And let me tell you, he did not disappoint. Oh.
He did not. No, that was probably I don't know. I would go back and I watched it yesterday.
Woo.
It was good, but I don't want to say it was the best ever. You just feel like it was the best ever because it's new.
It was.
But it was really good. It may be, but we would have to watch some of the other ones.
We talked about Michael Jackson. We talked about somebody put in our comments Prince was the top. I don't know where Usher comes in at. I guess we'll have to find that later. If you know, like the ranking as far as top, that
had
was
to be
definitely
top because so far it was the most watched program ever.
Yeah, but I don't know what the metrics are. Is it people watching during the game?
Yeah, it's
okay. Well then,
Nielsen.
Boom. Then
sound scan
top.
So you had.
I sang my heart out. I'm gonna just tell y'all right now.
So you had. It was very Vegas too. It was Atlanta, but it was Vegas too because Usher had a residency. So all the Vegas people are used to seeing Usher, so they're tuned into that.
Yes.
Lil Jon either lives in Vegas.
Yeah.
Or he has a second home or something because he's always guest DJing.
Oh, yeah.
He's here all
sure. I haven't seen him at Smith's yet, but I'm gonna find him.
I don't really see Lil Jon going to pick up some bread up at the Smiths.
He'd be at the deli and they'd be like, "Do you like
to
slice this thin or this thing?" He'd be like, "Yeah."
So you have. Do you want a thin slice?
What? Okay. Sorry.
Is buy one get one free date? Okay. Anyways, here we go. All right, we gone. It's gone.
Okay. But okay.
So you had a lot of Vegas stuff
Yeah.
in the Super Bowl, and I saw her.
Oh,
A.
that
Keys.
was awesome.
Alicia Keys.
She looked great.
She her gown.
I don't know why people hate
like
on
Aretha
Alicia
Franklin.
Keys. Why do y'all hate on her?
Gown.
Wow.
Alicia looked great.
Y'all haters.
Nobody's hating. She looked amazing. That's all I got. But her,
she didn't say nothing. She just went out there and
played. She played and said it. And you know what? Alicia knows how to play the piano.
Y'all gonna stop disrespecting Alicia Keys like this.
No one's disrespecting her.
Speaking of disrespect, people was like, "Oh, Usher was all pushed up on Alicia Keys. What's Swiss gonna say?"
People are so messy. People are so we gotta stop being so messy.
It's performing.
They performing. Let me tell you something. First of all, Usher got married right after the Super Bowl.
He did.
Did y'all know that? So he ain't worried about Alicia. Alicia got a man at the house. They got a kid together. All the things. Y'all quit being so messy. Like
the song is My Boo.
My Boo.
Like,
what else you want? What do you want
gotta
to
sell
do?
it.
Yeah.
Or you get that Taylor Swift pat on the back. Did you see her do that? That pat on the back while she was congratulating Travis Kelce. She gave him the hug. You know what I'm saying? But then she did the. I don't know.
Who did that?
Look at me being messy. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. She gave him the. Like as
the
they
whole
were hugging.
embrace. I don't know about that.
She patted him on the back twice. Nobody wants to say nothing about that. Anyway, I said stop being messy. What am I doing? Being messy? All right, let me pull it, reel it back in because the Usher performance was everything. I sang every single song as if I was getting paid for it. He paid for an extra 2 minutes. So this was a longer show. So he paid out of his pocket extra 2 minutes. He has just released an album.
The day before.
And I don't know, and maybe if you're watching, put in the comments, like how much his views have spiked. I don't think it has, or not views, but streams have spiked because usually that is between ticket sales and streams, that is usually, the return on your investment that you get.
And he's going on tour.
Yeah, ticket sales.
He's going to have Lovers and Friends back here in Vegas.
I'm with that.
He's going on tour to like 12 or 13 different cities.
I heard the ticket prices jumped though. I heard they jumped.
And he didn't spend no money on the wedding because he got married here. So.
Smart.
I feel like the Lovers and Friends thing is questionable because, it's like 10 different people that are like, oh, they never really asked me if I wanted to perform before they put my name on the flyer. So he may be there, but maybe not.
He's definitely going to be there. I looked on his tour thing and it was on there.
Okay.
I think he has some type of ownership in it now.
Who?
Usher.
Really?
Yeah.
Smart.
He has a house here in Henderson and everything.
Don't y'all go looking up Usher in Henderson.
The fourth.
Don't be doing that, huh?
The third or the fourth. Usher
Raymond. Yeah, Usher Raymond. I have no idea.
Oh,
but
that's what we was seeing. So
that's okay. So yeah, back to what we were actually talking about.
Okay, let's do a live poll right here.
Okay.
I say Usher only been married one time.
I say he been married like 4. Because
Definitely
he was
not
married
4.
to he was married
one
to
time.
the one where he had Usher Raymond, the 4th and the 5th or something.
The older lady.
The older lady.
And that was it.
Then he got married to Grace.
The makeup artist or something?
Grace. Okay. So maybe not 4. Hold on. He's been married 3 times. This is number 3. Okay. I knew he was married to Grace, and that just quietly dissolved. You know what he should have married? He should have married Chili. And we'd all been fine. But then Confessions.
She's happy
She
with
was
one of the
older.
Lawrence boys.
Yeah.
Now. Which one?
Joey. Is
With
it
who?
with Joey?
It's Matt.
Is it Matt?
Matt Lawrence.
Okay.
Who was that?
Lawrence, Chili. From TLC?
So
I know
Joey
Chili.
Lawrence from Blossom. You remember?
Oh,
Yeah.
Joey?
And then his brother.
His younger brother.
She married his younger brother, not Joey.
Well, no, she's dating his younger brother.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, he married his longtime girlfriend. They have a child together, right? The little girl. She's maybe like 1 or 2 now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he has been married 3 times. Well, good luck to you.
Married
Blessings
twice.
on your marriage.
He's been married twice. Then this.
So this is now 3. Number 3. He getting up there with J-Lo. He getting up there. Am I being messy again?
Well, no, that's a question. So do you guys feel like, the creatives and the people who come up with these big elaborate, music and TV shows and things like that, do you feel like they would have a harder time staying with the same person for 80 years? Or do you think that they kind of need that new and fresh and, wife number 3, 4, 5 kind of?
I understand it because When you
What you understand?
when you marry like your high school sweetheart or somebody that you came up with, like somebody that knew you when you was like down or you was broke or something, you feel you kind of know they not with you because of the money. But if you have money or you already rich or successful, you don't know, like in the back of your head, you still thinking like, is this person with me because of the money? And if that person has money too, everybody got like options. You know, if you are, you know, I guess it's not a good example, but if you Beyonce or something, you ain't got the damsel in distress or, oh, what am I gonna do if me and my husband don't work out?
Yeah,
I go
just
to
grab a bat and start working on
go
stuff.
to one of my other houses.
Lemonade.
But it's, you know, it's like the ego thing, or you don't want the embarrassment, but you got options because you financially stable or you attractive or you feel like, you know what I mean? So I think that it's a little bit harder because people in the back of their head, like if something go wrong, I can bounce back, you know.
So you feel like they don't try to stay married as much?
Yeah, I mean, they have more options, and
I don't think people try.
you got prenups. People already like not planning on getting a divorce, but like when you have a prenup, you like already put the.
Is it, I love you, I'm here with you forever. But in case
Yeah, you
this
could
don't
probably
work
get the.
out,
We need to get the data on people who have a prenup and get a divorce versus people who don't have a prenup.
it's cheaper to keep her.
And see what the statistics are. It probably increases the rate of divorce. Probably, I would say 30%.
It could. It probably does. I mean, yeah. When there's always an option, you don't. Nothing's permanent. You don't have to work at it. You don't have to. You know. But I guess for me, like I really truly believe in marriage. Like I believe, you know, when you've found that person, you know. Marriage is hard work.
Yeah.
It's really it's hard work. And people, I've heard somebody say, you know, marriage shouldn't be hard. Who is telling you that? It's a relationship. You are two different people.
Well, it shouldn't be terrible.
It shouldn't be terrible, but then there are bad moments in marriage. And you got to work through it. Sometimes it takes counseling. Sometimes it just takes communication. Sometimes so it just, you know, I think we have to, you know, go back to the foundation of bringing two people together, like under one roof, cohabitating together.
Babe, if we don't work, something happen to you, I won't be a serial marrier, babe. It's you or nobody.
It's me. Okay.
No, you know how we talked about before?
Okay, you too.
When we talked about being an entrepreneur and being in business, when you fail and fail early, it takes the sting out of it. I think it's the same thing with marriage. When you get divorced, you've been divorced before, and you feel like,
you're like,
if I have to do this again, I've been through it before, like I can survive type thing. Versus if you've been married and you've never been divorced before, you're fighting for your marriage. You don't want to get divorced. You've seen other people that's been divorced and it don't look like it worked out all like that for them. I've seen people that like, they got divorced and just went super downhill. Like men and women. So I think that when you get divorced, it takes a little bit of the sting out of it. So it's like, if I have to get divorced this time, then it ain't the worst thing.
I have been around people that are like, hey, I've been divorced before. I can do it again. Like, but it just shouldn't. I don't know. It just shouldn't be like that. And I don't know. You know, you can get it all into. You know, infatuation. Some people are just infatuated with each other and then you're done. But, you know, now you've committed to, you know, that wasn't your person. You know what I mean? But, you know, I'm glad I found my person because I think I've said it before. There's piss in the pool. So I don't envy anybody. There's piss in the pool. People are insane out here.
And you talk about me.
Huh?
Potty, man.
Oh, sorry. But it's true. So I don't, I can't imagine. I can't imagine doing that all over again, you know?
That would be the most frustrating thing for me. Like, you know,
that's okay.
Meeting and dating is like an investment, and then you got to start all over again. And
you know, people asking me weird questions. Like,
catch me at Magic City.
Oh, hush. Now,
King of Diamonds.
Oh,
I
my
have
God.
a platinum membership.
I don't know what we're gonna do with this episode. I don't even know. Okay, you ready to end it? Let's do my real estate minute.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Real estate minute of the day comes from one of our favorite realtors and investors, real estate investors, Barbara Corcoran.
I like old Bar.
Yes, we love Barbara Corcoran. So she was asked recently what her golden rule of real estate was. And she said she didn't have one, but now that she's thinking about it, she said, don't be afraid to be the highest bidder on a good property. And so they said, well, what's a good property? And she said, something with an incredible location, something that might be in an up and coming area that's got some great potential. But she also said that you can't touch it for at least 5 years. So basically, now it's the whole don't wait to buy real estate, buy real estate and wait. And so I kind of agree there with Barbara's golden rule. Do I agree with paying the highest price? Listen, if it's a strong seller's market, sometimes that might be the thing that wins you the deal. But there are other things that you can negotiate based on the seller's motivation. So definitely something to consider there. But what she said about waiting, buying real estate and waiting, don't touch it. Just don't touch it. And that is a great way to slowly grow wealth over time. And Barbara Corcoran has been growing her wealth in real estate for decades now. And it's all because she has bought real estate and then waited. So that's your real estate minute of the day, folks. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us on this crazy aftermath of the Super Bowl. This was an interesting topic.
Yeah.
And podcast.
We'll be back next year. Oh, yeah, I forgot one thing. I got one more thing.
Oh.
The Super Bowl went so well in Las Vegas that the NFL is considering alternating between different cities in Las Vegas because we're such of an entertainment sports hub now.
I wouldn't mind it.
It went so well.
I wouldn't mind that.
Roger Goodell thanked the city of Las Vegas and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're considered like Las Vegas, Miami, Las Vegas, different cities and things like that.
I would not mind that. I would love to hear. So we kind of saw the macroeconomics of it, kind of the higher. I'd like to see the microeconomics. I'd love to talk about or see the small business impact that it had.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But because I know a lot of small businesses were a part of the Super Bowl here, and I'd love to learn about how it impacted their business. So maybe we can find some people that were a part of the Super Bowl, and we can kind of bring them on and kind of talk about that. So,
yeah.
if you're watching and your small business was part of the Super Bowl, just put a comment in there. We can reach out to you really quickly. All right. I think that's it, though.
Yep.
Well, guys, thank you guys so much for joining us here at Home with the Willises. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you need real estate services, relocating to Las Vegas, anything real estate related, the Willis team is here to help. Thanks, guys, so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.